I guess that's one of the things Magnus is really good at. This is round 8. It's starting right away, you guys. Min Lei on a perfect 7 out of 7 is up against Renato Terry. He's an international master, but he is fantastic when it comes to Title Tuesdays. Way over 3,000 in online blitz chess.
Yeah, and I hear a collective groan from the audience because it's the London system. But Renato Terry doing some strange stuff. He actually trades off the London bishop. The white bishop came up and steps back. That was quickly traded off by the black bishop. And very composed play, very solid play from Renato Terry. He's going to put his queen out. He's going to block the dark squares. There we go. And we see a very slow middle game in store for us here. The London system is one of Min Lei's favorite weapons.
Renato Terry from Peru. He is an international master at 33 years old. Only, and I say that, not lightly, but he's 2,500 on FIDE standard rating, but you guys on chess.com, his blitz rating, 3,163. He is one of the players who just specializes in this format, and he has 7 points in the Champions Chess Tour, meaning a win for him today in Title Tuesday would take him really much towards the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, and he's been doing well so many tournaments in a row. I feel like we can't go a Title Tuesday without having some matchup between Terry and the person who's leading the entire thing, be it Magnus or in this case Min Lei. So yeah, he's really doing very well. But I'm always wondering, like, okay, if you're an international master, you're clearly good enough. Your instincts are amazing because you're so good at these kind of quick time controls. What is stopping him from becoming a grandmaster? Do you know, David? Like, what would be your advice?
Well, I think he just needs to play more. And I don't think he takes the opportunity to play so many classical tournaments. I remember seeing him play at an Olympiad once, and I was curious. I was like, how is this IM hanging with the GMs? He was playing on one of the top boards for Peru. And I did a bit of research, and he just barely played. I think maybe maybe travel's expensive. Yeah. Maybe there's not so much support from his federation. I'll call him the most dangerous IM in the world. Because he's so strong, so quick. I think also over the board, I have seen him get a bit nervous. He played a blitz tournament. It was Armageddon Chess in Germany, and his hands were shaking. He was so anxious against the top players. He was playing Abdu Sattarov. He was playing Eric Gaisi. He was playing these top guys. At least sitting from home, maybe you can be a bit more relaxed. And he's specialized, and he's getting great results. Nice to see.
Yeah, we've also been discussing sometimes with our viewers, like, that some people see the boards kind of differently. Like if you're playing on a screen versus if you're playing like over the board, that's like different visual memories that you have. So if you've played a lot of online chess, like that's how you see a chessboard and that's how you see possibilities. So I don't know, maybe he's like one of those people who kind of belongs to like the digital chessboard memory kind of people.
I mean, in every other sport, there is a big difference between the over-the-board version, take soccer or football, for example, and the esports variant where you play FIFA, for example. Like, being good at one will definitely not necessarily make you good at the other. Chess, it's more similar, but maybe it's less similar than we historically been thinking.
Yeah, definitely. And I think we've just, especially in the last 5 years, discovered so much about online chess, right? Like, it wasn't taken as seriously. Now all the top players are playing, but still the specialists who can give them a tough game. And Renato Terry is one of them. We saw a piece trade there. Bishop for knight. That's the first real imbalance. Very locked position here. You can tell that both players are nervous because they're reluctant to commit their pawn structure. There we go, totally blocked on the queen side now. They're reluctant to take any big risks. It feels like they're both waiting for the clocks to tick down to 1, and then something's going to happen.
Min Lei, he has 7 points. Perfect score here in game week 9. And this is round 8. A total of 11 rounds every single Tuesday. 5 minutes on the clock. No increment. Min Lei on a perfect score so far today. Will he keep it up? He is about to tick under 3 minutes on the clock.
I will say that he's the favorite in this game, partly because of the clock, up 15 seconds, but partly because of the position. White has the pawn center, and White holds the key to breaking it. Black never really wants to trade off in the center unless he gets something concrete in return, because it just gets replaced by another strong pawn. White keeps control. White is the one who decides when to open things up. And it's so nice having that option. The opponent always has to decide, Are you going to trade? Are you going to lock it? What are you going to do? And Min Lei has all the time in the world to make that choice.
Jan Nepomniachtchi, who lost to Min Lei in round 7. I don't know, maybe he's on a little bit of a tilt already in a losing position in round 8 against Bortnik.
Wow.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours.
Yeah. But that's what I also think is very difficult about playing Title Tuesday from like my own experience, was that when I lose like 2 or 3 games in a row, then you're just like, oh my goodness, this is just terrible. And then you just play even worse and even worse. And then you're like, should I just leave the tournament? But then you're like, no, then I had told our TV2 viewers that I was going to play. And I'm like, I don't want them to be like, Maud, quit the tournament, because I was sometimes criticizing people who were quitting and kind of ruining the tie breaks for other people. So I was like, oh, now I have to lose like 5 more games. So it's crazy to me how good these players are at like just forgetting everything that's happened so far in the tournament and just being like, okay, I just lost the game, and then they win the next one against some other super top-rated grandmaster. I think that's like such an important ability to have, but very difficult to be good at.
I can imagine. One of the most difficult things in chess, probably, right, David?
Yeah. The bouncing back, staying mentally strong, staying focused, determined, and living in the moment.
Yeah, Nepomniachtchi has lost now. He's lost the game.
Wow. All right.
That's
2
2 in
losses in a row for Jan Nepomniachtchi, who was fighting to win game week 9. Is he out of it now? Especially if Min Lei wins another one and goes up to 8 out of 8. He's getting close to game week 9 win. But this game, do you see big winning chances?
It's tough. That is the first time now that black is slightly better according to the eval bar. Min Lei burnt all of his time advantage on making a decision. It was just hard to know where the breakthrough was. Like, white's pieces were perfect. How do you improve what looks like a perfect position when the opponent is so solid? Now it might be the moment, there we go, for black to break the center. And the reason he's doing that now is because white is stuck. This pawn especially is backward, it's weak. If there is a queen trade, which looks likely, the black knight is going to come and sit on a beautiful outpost in front of those white pawns, staring at some other white pawns, and it's going to control much of the board. It still looks like a draw is the most likely result, but Min Lei doesn't feel like the trend is his friend right now. It's not on his side. Things are turning. Renato Terry had a chance to be better there. Maybe it's bring the rook up this time and to shift it across to attack those pawns. Renato Terry, he's been doing everything right, and it's his type of position. I've played him so many times online. He stays solid, 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 and then he'll pounce when you're down to 30 seconds. Min Lei shaking his head. He's overthinking. It's not looking great for him anymore.
Oh.
Look at the clock. He's just been too slow, right?
And I feel like also Terry has just been like making these kind of discrete moves, like just moving his pawn, kind of waiting for Min Lei to just spend his time and kind of panic. And now that's already starting to pay off.
Yeah.
Oh, but the queen's come off.
Yeah, that was just in time for Min Lei, by the way, before the black queen moved away, and the black rook was actually coming to trap the white queen. That's why we saw the bar swing a bit, but now it does look like a slightly more pleasant endgame for black, and Min Lei shaking his head. What was that about? Maybe he's just annoyed about the last few moves. He's giving up a pawn. He's trying to get his rook in after the next trade. First he pushes a pawn forward. He's got the advantage on the left flank, but it is level pawns there. On the other side, it is 4 versus 3 for black. Renato Terry wants to teleport his king over, but he might be too slow. This is still anyone's game, both under the minute mark. Who's going to take it? Maud predictions.
Oh, I think he's going to crumble, Min Lei now. I think I think this is the end of his undefeated era in this tournament.
Ooh, big call. I'll call draw.
Okay.
Just because I feel they're equally nervous. And here we go. We see some pawn trades. The black rook's trying to come in. Needs a couple more moves. Need to give a check and come behind to start grabbing some pawns. And Min Lei is banking everything on this c6 pawn now. It's so close. 2 squares to promotion. Oh. He's going to try and win.
And Terry is spending so much time.
You've got to move.
That's way too much time.
Just got to give checks. Just go behind, start taking pawns. Oh, I think we're as nervous as the players here in the studio.
Yeah, now we are. Now that we've made our bets, I'm equally nervous. But look at Min Lei, like his body language is showing that he is incredibly stressed in this situation.
Yeah, he's looking negative here. He's spending too long. He's just burnt 15 seconds on one move.
Oh my goodness.
His pawn drops. He goes behind. Okay, he takes another pawn, but those pawns are going to be liquidated on the left flank. It's going to be 2 versus 2 with a 7-second time advantage for Renato Terry. It's a dead drawn rook endgame now, but the clock is going to decide this. The white clock's going to go red. Got to catch your opponent in a pre-move. Ooh, breaks the pawn structure of Renato Terry. That means it's likely to be a draw now. Ooh, trade the pawns, and it's a dead draw, king versus king, to end this one.
Wow, it's a draw. We're not going to see 11 out of 11 in game week 9. Min Lei goes up to 7.5 points with a red clock. Renato Terry, a draw and 7 points for him. It feels like the fair result in this game.
It felt fair, but it could have been so different. Min Lei had the advantage earlier, then tanked, kind of froze, got a bit nervous. Terry could definitely have flagged him at the end there if he was a bit more ruthless, but yeah, draw and no more 100%.
Nope.